This is my stress, not stretch. This is my stress hive. This is anti-itch cream. This is a Q-tip. I have a stress hive and it's itchy. Hello, welcome. If you're new to my channel, my name is Mallory. If you'd like to become one of my pals, it's super simple. Just make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, turn on all your post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos. If you are a returning pal, welcome back. I feel very out of breath. I know I'm doing some shallow breathing. I am distracted by my itchy stress hive that just decided to make an appearance in this area of my arm. I am tired. I went to bed really late last night. I probably got like 5-ish hours of sleep. And I jumped up and out of bed and I just took a quick shower because I felt so gross. I left my hair alone because I'm going to the gym and I'm gonna be sweaty and gross. So I had to move my gym appointment from 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock. So I did my best to not feel disgusting, but the anxiety over it was prevalent. But I worked out for an hour, helped for a little bit, was a nice little distraction, and then flew home, got one of these refreshing towelettes, a shower towel. I don't know what you want to call it, but I just was smells like lavender. Lavender's lovely and relaxing, to try to wipe some of this grossness off me and make me smell nice. And then I'm okay, I just noticed there's a plant on my table outside on my lanai and I don't want it there, and it's giving me issues. I'm already stressed. I don't need a plant that I don't want on my table. Anyways, I will put it somewhere else. So, flew home, blah, blah, blah. You know, I knew I needed to eat. I felt like a grilled cheese. Hadn't had one of those in ages. So my mom made me one, and then we went to the doctor's office, which I was gonna film whatever I could, but let me just tell you. So, pulled in the parking lot and the buildings behind us. So when you walk into the office building of doctors and things, this particular person I was seeing, they're on the first floor and they're right to the left. So you open the door, you walk in, boom, you go in another door, you're in a waiting room. So I signed myself in, and they had some song on the radio. I'm assuming it's alright, whatever. Okay, there's music. And then there's these people that are coming and going and coming and going. And it's getting a little too much people in a small space for me. And mind you, I had my face mask on. And I did spritz it from a distance with some lavender spray. I didn't want it to be too much, because the last time I tried to make my mask smell nice and to help me to feel like I could really breathe in it, which I know that's psychological, you know, but I I did a little too much peppermint oil and burned my eyes. Like my eyes like were stinging and watering like crazy, and my nose wouldn't stop running. It was an issue. So note to self, like just a good few, like if you're holding like just like a, so hopefully that made sense. And now we've been moved into an exam room, which made no sense whatsoever because I was here for a consultation. So the nursey lady, I'm assuming she's a nurse, wanted to know when the last time I had my vitals were. So she's like, on the little computer thingy, she's like, oh, I see January. It's like, yeah, I was just here last month. Got the big stuff out of the way at the beginning of the year. So she's like, well, the doctor will be with you momentarily. And she leaves, and the music, it's kind of loud. And it's not my taste. And I'm sitting on a table, and I'm just like, is it getting hot in here? Is it just me? Is this just like my hot flashes that I get? Like, what is going on? And my mom goes, this music, it is driving me crazy. I said, yeah, what the hell is with this music? And I said, why does it feel like the walls are like closing in on me? And she goes, it's kind of a small room. I'm like, it is. And it was like shrinking. So she opened the door a crack to kind of like let some like airflow and to not give it such a like, oh my god, we're stuck in a small room feel. So and also this nurse lady kind of confused us with her questions, and I'm just like, don't know what you're talking about. But like at that point, honestly, I was ready to run. I was gonna run out of there because I'm like, oh hell no, I'm not being set up. So the doctor lady comes in the room, sits down. She's like, so tell me. And my mom goes, not in this room. We're not telling you anything. Can we please go into your office? This music is very distracting. This room is very hot. We have face masks. I'm never gonna face mask on. Like, it's not helping. Like, I have a stress hive. The room was just like, and the noise, like, she goes, what we need to talk to you about is complicated. Can we please go into your office? I don't know how many people request that, but like, my mom and I both went in with like the preconceived notion that that's what was going to happen anyways. We'd be taken back, whisked away into a nice doctor's office, not an exam room. So she's like, 1 minute, like to straighten some stuff up. And so when we got back there, it was spacious, it was quiet. We could both look at the doctor. She could easily look at us. I was able to explain what had been going on, things I had done, findings that have never been found. My mom chimed in with her 2 cents here and there, and helped me to clarify when I got stuck on stuff. So now this doctor can't solve all the world's problems, but a fair amount. And I'm saying, you know, I want to know, am I menopausal? Do I have premature ovarian failure? Do I have PCOS? Is there something else going on? Is there nothing wrong with my reproductive organs? And I have like a thyroid thing. Is something else like out of whack? So as I'm bringing up my suggestions, and my mom is like, just FYI, blah, 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 blah. She's like, because she said, I'm not being rude, but I'm taking notes. So she was typing away. And as I'm suggesting, like, is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Is it D? All of the above? She's like, oh, I already wrote that down. Like, don't worry. We're going to check into it. We're going to check into all of it. But how does one check into all of it in the traditional Western medicine way? Good old-fashioned blood work. Who is not a fan of that? Me. Who already has one stress hive? Me. Do I want more? No. Especially after my mom told me my dad gets them on his face. I'm like, don't tell me that, because genetically I favor my dad. Like, I'm more, I don't know, whatever, if that makes any sense, great. I'm not going to dive deep into it, but I'm just like, whatever, usually, like, I don't know, anyways. So, I mean, we had a little chuckle at my dad's expense, so sorry to my father, but I needed a little comic relief because my mom was like, yeah, this happens and he gets embarrassed, and if he's in meetings pre-COVID, when you actually had meetings face-to-face, he would tell people it was a mosquito bite. I'm like, what would he do the whole time? Like, smack himself like, oh no, a mosquito just bit me. So anyways, the medical journey of 2021 continues, because, fun fact, it started in 2012. We're reversing the numbers, okay? The 20 has been the same. The 12 has now become a 21, and we're up at bat trying this again. I will say, for the first time since trying to solve the mysteries of Mallory, I found someone who knew what I was talking about, who knew what they were talking about. We were pretty much on the same page with a lot of things, minus the blood work. However, they are willing to cooperate and work with me, but that doesn't make me feel any better, doesn't make me not feel like throwing up and crying simultaneously, and having a big old meltdown, and making it's funny, this arm got like weird and numb, but yet it has an itchy stress hive. Maybe I should name it and become its new best friend. Or I can ask you to vacate because you never were invited to the party in the first place. So there's a lot on my mind. There's a lot of things I want to explore, research, look into, weigh all my options. This is just one option, I feel. I mean, at the end of the day, this might be like the only option, but I don't want to just assume that. I want to dot all my I's and cross all my T's. So that involves some phone calls and visits to other places and to meet other people to figure it all out. So I was gonna try to film bits and clips of this experience, but when I got there, I was so frazzled, and then this happened. And my mom was like ready to like jump out of her skin. Like, she's like, hey lady, I have an ADD, ADHD brain. There's no way I can have a coherent conversation with you with this music. It was really bad. The music was bad. And I get it. Like, I'm already going to be stressed out and frazzled. Like, what the hell am I going to remember? But apparently a lot. But also, if my mom were to have questions or try to focus on what was being said, with that music, it just wasn't happening. I will say there was one thing that left me a little confused, and I'd want like some clarification on, because she switched up a medicine that I'm taking to a former medicine that I used to take, which honestly, I don't know why. It gets me emotional, but it does, and I am leery to take it, but she's like, if you don't want to take it, don't take it. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Like, just stick with what you're doing, But if you want to give something else a try, like, this is what I would recommend for you. I don't know. It just feels scary. And it's currently 4 o'clock. My mom's making some kind of a chicken dish, and I think she and I will continue our conversations. She obviously had to get back to work, and I have a lot to think about. So hopefully I will continue to bring you along my journey to figure out what this giant question mark that's been looming over my head since around 2012 is, and fix some of my new symptoms. Like, most importantly, like, I put my weight gain over my hair loss because I just don't think it's healthy to have stomach fat like that. I find it very bizarre that it just kind of popped up out of nowhere. And so something needs to be addressed. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff to figure out, and a lot of the things to think about. And I am like an exhausted human who just wants to like curl up in a ball and just I don't know. So I'm very thankful the Lord invented gluten-free Oreo cookies. There's nothing like a good cookie to cheer you up. So I'm going to say sayonara for now. And the next time I have something related to what's going on with me or what kind of decisions I've made, etc., I will let you know. But in the meantime, thanks for watching and for all your love and support. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, down below, give this video a thumbs up. It's nice to see that. It's nice to see a thumbs up. I'm like, okay, I'm doing something, people are enjoying, I'm gonna keep doing it. But also it's just been fun, like, to do this journey for myself. As I look back and try to find old videos, it's just like, oh yeah, I remember that, or I don't really remember that. So anyways, thanks, and I'll talk to you all soon, and until next time, keep it quirky.